Nothing like a roast beef sandwich. And I love roast beef sandwiches, but I also respect roast beef sandwiches. And I want to give my roast beef sandwiches condiments more than just plain mayonnaise. And I've tried a number of them. I've dressed mayonnaise up with horseradish, aioli, and of course, Kewpie mayonnaise, the Japanese mayonnaise. But here's a spread I didn't learn about till I made my way to Denmark. Remoulade. It's one of Denmark's favorite condiments, and it was a wonderful discovery in my world of condiments.
Welcome to the world of condiments, where we search the globe to bring you the world's vast varieties of tastes. The delight of a creamy Caesar salad dressing, the thrill of the Scoville scale, and exotic flavor profiles to broaden your Epicurean pleasures. This is the world of condiments.
Remoulade, Danish remoulade. Because here's the thing, remoulade is not a monolith. You know the expression, morality is a movable feast? Well, on that table of morality, remoulade is one of those condiments that moves as that table does. And if you've tried Danish remoulade, you might be mistaken. Because every country sort of has a version, or there's many countries that have versions of remoulade. And each of those countries has a slightly different version. There's French remoulade, Polish remoulade, even Iceland. And they make their own tweaks to their own remoulade. And if you go to New Orleans, the Big Easy, you're going to find out that their remoulade, Zortan, isn't so easy. It's got a good Creole kick. And even in Denmark, you can't say that there's a uniform remoulade. Yes, they're similar, but each part of the country puts their own spin on it. Yes, they're all very similar. They start with a mayonnaise base, and then you add pickles, onions, and some capers. Or you can make it quick and easy with half mayonnaise and pickling. Or you can make it from scratch. Because once you start making your own condiments from scratch, well, you can make it any way you want, and you can call it anything you want. And I think that's why Danish people are so happy, because they make their condiments the way they want to. Now, the thing is, remoulade was not originally a Danish condiment. Remoulade appears first in Danish cookbooks in the early 18th century and was served around 1850 as a delicacy in restaurants in Copenhagen. So it was originally French. The Danes don't care, just like the Vikings weren't bothered during the siege of Paris in 845, where they raided and plundered the city until the French king gave them a ransom in gold. Or when Roule got the king of France to give him and his Viking descendants the duchy of Normandy in 911, so he wouldn't stop raiding them. And once they had Normandy, they crossed the channel and took over England. Let's face it, when Vikings find something they like, they make it their own. And that's what the Danes did with remoulade. They made it their own. In fact, remoulade is sort of the national spread. And they put it on everything, from French fries, meats, and seafood. Danes eat a ton of it. Literally a ton of it. If you can imagine a remoulade bottle the size of the Empire State Building, Danes would be eating thousands of Empire State Buildings a year. So I tried remoulade. I put it on my roast beef sandwich. It was delicious. It's another great condiment for my roast beef sandwiches. But here's the thing. As I learned more about how Danish people use remoulade, it opens up so many possibilities. Quite literally, it opens up the sandwich literally into an open-face sandwich, which is not only delicious, but also extremely enticing. While having it as an open-faced sandwich doesn't really add more flavor per se, it does make the sandwich more flavorful because you get to taste more of the ingredients at the same time. It's not buried under a big piece of bread. It's there for your taste buds to savor. In other words, the condiments are in the open. Just like Marlon Perkins of Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom describing the predators of the Mara. These sandwiches were delicious, and in addition to trying remoulade on these open-faced sandwiches or smorgasbord, I also tried remoulade on seafood dishes like the falling star and fish meatballs. Yes, fish meatballs. See, there is a fish ball. I also used them on sausages, burgers, fried chips or frites, and of course, the Danish hot dog. Look at that hot dog with all those condiments. There's fried onion chips, regular onions. There's ketchup, remoulade, sliced pickled cucumbers, including French dog dressing. Yes, the Danes put a lot of stuff on their hot dogs, which make the Danish hot dogs one of the great gathering spots for condiments and one of the great vehicles in the world of condiments.